पावन दुनियादारी से,
कामन दुनियादारी से,
पावन दुनियादारी से।
ठाकुर हमारे रमण विहारी, रमण विहारी,
ठाकुर हमारे रमण विहारी, हमारे रमण विहारी के।
ठाकुर हमारे रमण विहारी, हम है रमण विहारी के।
ठाकुर हमारे रमण विहारी, हम है रमण विहारी के।
ठाकुर हमारे रमण विहारी, हम है रमण विहारी के।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे हो। अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे हो। अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे। अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
मेरे राधा रमण गिरिधारी,
मेरे राधा रमण गिरधारी।
ओ मेरे राधा रमण गिरिधारी,
मेरे राधा रमण गिरधारी।
गिरिधारी श्याम बनवारी, ओ
गिरधारी श्याम बनवारी।
ओ गिरिधारी श्याम बनवारी, ओ
गिरधारी श्याम बनवारी। अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे हो। अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे।
ओ अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे,
नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे।
ओ गोपाल सावरिया मेरे,
गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे,
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे।
ओ अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे,
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे।
मेरी राधा रमण गिरिधारी, गिरिधारी श्याम
राधा रमण गिरधारी, गिरधारी श्याम बनवारी,
गिरिधारी श्याम बनवारी,
गिरधारी श्याम बनवारी,
गिरिधारी श्याम
गिरधारी श्याम बनवारी।
चंदन है इस देश की माटी,
चंदन है इस देश की माटी, तपोभूमि हर नाम है, हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा, हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा, बच्चा बच्चा राम है, बच्चा बच्चा राम है। चंदन है इस देश की माटी, तपोभूमि हर नाम है, तपोभूमि हर नाम है,
हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
शरीर मंदिर सा पावन,
हर शरीर मंदिर सा पावन,
हर मानव उपकारी है,
हर मानव उपकारी है।
जहाँ सिंह बन गए खिलौने,
जहाँ सिंह बन गए खिलौने,
आय जहाँ माँ प्यारी है,
गाय जहाँ माँ प्यारी है,
मेरा शंख बजाता,
जहाँ सवेरा शंख बजाता,
लोरी गाती शाम है,
लोरी गाती शाम है।
हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
है इस देश की माटी,
चंदन है इस देश की माटी,
तपोभूमि हर ग्राम है,
तपोभूमि हर ग्राम है,
हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
धर्म से भाग्य बदलते,
धर्म से भाग्य बदलते,
समनिष्ठा कल्याणी है,
श्रमनिष्ठा कल्याणी है।
याद और जप की गाथाएं,
राम और रब की गाथाएं,
कवि की वाणी,
आगे कवि की वाणी,
जहाँ का गंगा जलसा,
जहाँ का गंगा जलसा,
गंगा जलसा,
गंगा जलसा,
जहाँ का गंगा जलसा,
जहाँ का गंगा जलसा,
निर्मल है अविराम है,
निर्मल है अभिराम है।
हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
बच्चा बच्चा राम,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है। चंदन है इस देश की माटी,
तपोभूमि हर ग्राम है,
हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
बच्चा बच्चा राम,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
बच्चा बच्चा राम,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी, बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायकु फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार, बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीसति हूँ लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरना, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
संस्थापकं वीरं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
Jai Shri Krishna to all the dignitaries present here. I bow down in the lotus feet of Sadguru. I extend a warm welcome to all the devotees of Lord Krishna present here on behalf of Gita Parivar. Let us begin the session by offering prayers in the lotus feet, and let us all be blessed with wisdom and higher intellect. For the prayer, I call upon Anurag Pathak ji from Africa. He has been with us since November 22 and is offering sevas as a tech support and GC. Anurag ji.
जय श्री कृष्ण। वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। जय श्री कृष्ण।
Thank you, Bhaiya, for the melodious and divine prayer. Let us light the divine lamp. Lighting a lamp spreads divine grace. For the lamp lighting, we have with us Uma Rao ji from Mumbai. She has been with us since 2021 and is serving as a trainer in all the 4 levels. Uma Rao ji.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः।
Thank you, Didi, for the beautiful Deep Prajwalan. Before we proceed, I would like to have an important announcement here. Our next batch, L1, is starting from 17th November to share your experience with your friends, relatives, and people around you and motivate them to join Gita Parivar. Do download the Ram Pratishtha app and note down your Hanuman Chalisa chanting in it to be offered in the lotus feet of Lord Rama. And now moving forward to the most awaited part of this evening, the interpretation session of the 18th chapter of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, which gives us a very simple formula for peace and happiness in this illusory world. And at the same time, it puts us on a fast track to attain liberation. The distinguished speaker for the day is respected Shraddha Raodeo ji from Hyderabad. She is associated with Gita Parivar since August 2020 and is serving in various departments. She's a senior trainer, she leads the monitoring team, and she plays a very vital role in many more departments. She's known for her profound understanding and insightful interpretation of this sacred scripture, Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Her teachings and discourses have touched the lives of many, inspiring them on their spiritual journey. Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. I request Didi to please begin the session.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi. Pranam to you. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. A very warm welcome to this session, all of you. Let's begin by remembering Swamiji and Shri Krishna himself before starting with this session. Hari Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayana Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Puranamuninam Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniം Bhagavatim Ashtadashaധ്യായിനീം Amba Tvamanusandanami Bhagavadgītē Bhavatveshinim. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Am I audible? Shashi?
Yes, Didi. Yes, Didi.
Okay. So we are in the middle of 18th chapter. It's Ekadhyayi Gita, as Jnaneshwar Mauli says. So the entire knowledge that Shri Krishna has imparted in Bhagavad Gita has been summarized in a beautiful chronological order for us by Shri Krishna himself again. We have seen some very critical shlokas, and today also what we are going to see are very important shlokas. And getting to learn these shlokas in itself, I believe, is a great blessing. Whatever little I try to tell here is the kripa of Gurudev and Jnaneshwar Maharaj himself. May they both hold my hand again, and together we steer through this journey of very, very beautiful shlokas. Till in the last session, we had seen how Shri Krishna has explained the social organization, how the society is organized based on the karma, based on the duties that are assigned to everybody. We have seen a lot of things in this 18th chapter, and we were at a point where we saw the duties of Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and the Shudras. Shri Krishna has nowhere, again, before we go into this, I reiterate, nowhere he has mentioned any greatness specifically associated with any particular clan, any particular division. But everything has its own importance, everything has its own duties. Now, while understanding them, each one of us falls in one or the other category. The engineers in the Shudra class, the ones who are doing agriculture, they are the Vaishya class. Na? Krishi Gauraksha Vanijyam, those who are doing trade fall in the Vaishya class. Those who are offering any types of services, the laborers, the engineers, everybody, they are all in the nurses, doctors, everybody is in the Shudra class. The Brahmins, the Kshatriyas, the protectors of the nation are the Kshatriya. While we see this broad classification, each one of us is associated with a set of duties. What is most important in Bhagavad Gita is that understanding how your duties can lead you to the Siddhi. Siddhi is the process of attaining God himself. Siddhi is the ultimate destination that everybody is seeking. We want to attain God. We want a liberation from this birth and death. What is it that we all are trying to strive? And we all, till we started learning Bhagavad Gita, everybody was under an impression of what? That Bhagavad Gita is a grantha that should be learned towards the end of what? The life. However, while doing your duties, we can attain that absolute moksha, how we can attain the absolute siddhi. That is what we are trying to understand here, and that is the most important aspect. One of the one of the most important lessons of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. While doing our duties, how can we achieve the Almighty? That is the biggest question, and it is very much possible. That is going to be the main topic of discussion of today's shlokas. That is going to be the main crux of what we are going to try to understand today. And today we are very blessed to start with a very divine shloka. This is one of the most important shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. Sorry. 45th shloka. Sve sve karmanyabhiratah संसिद्धिर्लभते नरः स्वकर्मनिरतः सिद्धिं यथा विन्दति तच्छृणु. Swe swe karmanyabhiratas, what we were discussing some time back, what we all sometimes feel, that the ones who are doing tap, the ones who are leaving this entire world and taking sannyas, they are the ones who are eligible to attain the siddhi. They are the ones eligible to attain God. But that is not the case. How a person involved in their own work, karmani abhiratah, swe swe karmani abhiratah. That is the viched of these words here. The one who is completely devoted, the one who is completely dedicated towards his own duty, is also the one who can attain this perfection, who is also eligible to attain this perfection. Swakarmaniratah siddhiं yatha vindati tachrunu. Shri Krishna says, now what I'm going to tell you is what is very important. How a person can attain siddhi, how a person can attain moksha, how a person can attain liberation by doing their own duties, I am going to explain you. Now in this shloka, we need to focus on the word abhiratah. Ratah means who is engaged in. Abhirata, who is completely, single-mindedly, with full devotion, is engaged in something, in their own duties. The beauty of this shloka, it's not just karmani ratah, karmani abhiratah. So just doing their duties is not enough. Doing their duties with full dedication is what is being spoken about. And swakarmaniratah siddhiं yatha vindati tachrunu. See, we all are doing our work. Everybody is immersed in their own work, but there is certain thing, how this action should be done. This one question is always there. And should we, while doing these work, is it possible to attain the siddhi? There is a beautiful story in Mahabharata. There is a story of Kaushik. He was a rishi. He did a lot of tap, and then one day while doing tap, he got very angry. He was sitting, and one bird flew over him. A sparrow was flying over his head, and she did something that was not supposed to be done, and it fell on his body. He got very angry. He looked at her with full anger, red eyes. When he looked at her, she immediately burnt and turned into ashes. This man was very happy. Oh, I've got the siddhi. Now if I look angrily at somebody, I can burn a person in front of me. He was very happy. And then after that, he said, okay, I am achieving, different types of siddhis. I'm achieving different types of supernatural powers. So with that ego, with that ahankar, he started walking. He went to collect his alms. When he started collecting his alms, he reached a door at a home, and he started asking for alms. There was a voice came from inside, a lady's voice. She said, I'm coming, sir. Just wait for a few minutes. I'm coming. And he had to wait. The lady came out with the food in her hands. And while she was giving it, he started looking angrily, because he knew that he has got some supernatural powers. He has attained siddhi. He started looking at her very angrily, and he was surprised. Nothing is happening to her. And she ended up saying, see, I am not a sparrow to get burned away. Why are you looking so angrily at me? I was serving my husband. My husband is nothing less than a god to me. He's come home very tired. I was serving him food. So sorry you had to wait. She apologized very politely. He was very shocked immediately when he heard, how does she know? I have not even put it as a status anywhere, WhatsApp status, that such and such thing is. How did she come to know? Obviously, he didn't say that. I'm telling her, how did she come to know that the sparrow is born by my looks? So that time he understood, this lady is not a normal lady. There's something special about her. So he asked, how is it that you know? She said, I don't know what. He asked, what is the, which mantra jap you do? Which kind of penance are you doing? She said, I don't do anything different. Only thing I do is, what if I consider this house as my temple? All the people who live in this house are like what? Are the gods to me. I serve them with full dedication, with full devotion, and that's it. Now my husband is eating food. I need to go and attend him. Whatever, if you have any further questions, I'll tell you the name of a grocer. You go to that grocer, he'll take care of all other questions that you have. Now this fellow was a little surprised, but he said, no, she has more siddhis. Bowed down to her and started walking towards the shop. Now he went to this grocer's shop. There was a huge line. He is a Siddha Purush. So he thought, I'm a VIP. I should be, served first. So he entered the line and tried to cross the line and be the first one to get served. The shopkeeper requested him very politely again. See, all other people are also waiting from a long time. You please come in a line. And he came, he joined the line. He was a nice guy. He didn't argue. He said, okay, fine, I'll join the line. When his turn came, and grocer, he says, Ji Kaushik ji, I know you have been sent by such a such housewife, and she has told you. I understand you are trying to understand what is the mantra that I do. He was even more shocked. He was thinking, how did this happen? How did he attend the siddhi? Now his entire ego got melted, and he asked, how do you know? He says, see, I don't do any other different mantra. All the customers who come to me, they are my gods. I do the normal puja, everything I do at my home. But my customers are my gods. You have seen from so much time you're observing me, not even one customer I'm cheating. Not even one customer, nothing, no, I am not cheating them with the balance, nothing. Every customer who goes from this shop, Kaushik had observed, was very happy. He says, every customer is God to me. I treat my work as my worship, and that is how, whatever little I must be getting, I am getting. So it's my duty to attend you as a customer. And so this is what I want to tell you. Kaushik realized that it is not just it is not just my job. It is not just the tap that can give this kind of siddhi. Even by doing their own jobs, people can attain that kind of siddhi. See, very simple. And how did they attain the siddhi? Who is the one who will give this kind of siddhi? The God himself can give. Sri Krishna himself can give. Whom will he give all this? To the one who likes, whom he likes. Now just assume that you are a business owner. You have two people working at your office. One is the person who works very, very nicely. With full dedication he works, but doesn't utter a word. Doesn't say anything, doesn't praise you, doesn't appease you. But whatever work has been dedicated to him, he will do with full dedication. And there is another one who will say, oh, sir, you're so great. Oh, ma'am, you're so nice. Your mother is so nice. I've enjoyed my work here. But when it's actually trying to do the work, he's not very good at his work. Just only lip service, but no hand service. There's the other person. Which employee will you like more? The first one, isn't it? Whatever jobs we all have been assigned, whatever duties we all have been assigned, are assigned by God himself. Now, whom will God like more? The one who is doing the duties, or just appeasing? See, all that is also important. Bhajan Kirtan, everything we should do, but everything should be done with a proper balance. The work that has been assigned to you by God is equally important. That should be done at any cost. A mother should take care of her children, and that is the duty given to her by God. A teacher, a doctor, an engineer, whoever you are, no matter what is your job, but that itself, doing that job with full dedication is the first step to appease God himself. And continuing this message further, Shri Krishna says, Yatah pravrittir bhutanai yena sarvamidam स्वकर्मणा तमभ्यर्च्य सिद्धिं विन्दति मानवः यतः प्रवृत्तिर्भूतानां येन सर्वमिदं ततम्. Such beautiful, this first sentence Swamiji says is an entire complete definition of God himself. Yatah pravrittir bhutanaim, from one from whom all the creatures originate, and yena sarvamidam tatam, one who is present everywhere. So complete this definition is. Now God has created the universe and not left it to himself. He is also taking care of nourishing the universe. Pravrittir, how this universe should be taken care of, that provision also he is only doing. So he is the one who has not only created the creatures, he is the one who is also nourishing them, and very important, also present in them. Yena sarvamidam tatam. So this is a complete definition of God. He has made the universe, he is making it work. Call him by any name or no name, he is very much present. Okay. Swakarmana tam abhyarcha. Abhyarcha, what is the abhyarcha means worshipping, offerings. We offer, when we are offering flowers and everything we offer, what Shri Krishna is telling here, karmana tam abhyarcha, offer your work, offer your duties, offer your karma. Entire karma should be offered. Now when we are offering something to Shri Krishna, what we will do, we will offer him flowers. Now assume you have a plate full of flowers, and when you are offering the flowers, naturally, not even consciously, okay, you will not even, very naturally, unconsciously, your hand will pick up the most beautiful flower in the plate, isn't it? You will not look, are if pehle kisko finish karu, which one is getting spoiled, let me first forward. No, we will always offer the best. When the prasad is made, the best of the foods is offered to the God. We will not say, oh, what is convenient to me, I'll cook and make. No, the best food, the best flowers. So God, when we are offering the work also, when we are offering our tasks, what we should be doing, the best of the tasks should be done. They should be worth offering. Siddhim vindati manavaha. This is the one of the first way to attain the siddhis. Just like offering flowers during worship, we offer all our karmas, offer our deeds to God, and that is the best form of worship. Now, having said that, some people will say, my job is having so many flaws. Suppose now, say, for instance, let's say doctors. Now, doctors, by default, they're, giving injection, doing surgery. Sometimes the patients are critical, sometimes it is possible to save, sometimes it is impossible to save. In all this, the doctor will feel there are flaws in my karma. The hangman or a butcher, what is his task? His task is not something very pious from the perception of the doer himself. Forget about what others think about your task. The doer will also find some flaws in the task. For that, see, Shri Krishna is reading our minds when he is telling Bhagavad Gita. Immediately this thought will come, and Shri Krishna explains us the same thing in the next shloka. Shreyan swadharmo vigunah paradharmat svanashtitat swabhavaniyatam karma kurvannapnoti kilvisham. What he says, Shreyan swadharmo vigunah. Even if you feel that there is a flaw in my work, we have to still follow it. Because why? That is the necessity of the society. When the doctor is offering services and there are some failures or successes, whatever, it is a necessity to do it. A butcher or a hangman, the job has been, he is born in that particular family, or has that the task has come to his part. The society needs those tasks. Somebody who's cleaning the roads will feel, what have I got to offer? No, but the task has come to you. No task is less or high in the eyes of Shri Krishna. For him, everything is beautiful. Okay, now, but something that is important for the society. Okay, so we do something out of our own will, which is not in benefit of the society. Sarva bhuteshu hite rataha. Everybody, for the benefit of society. Whatever is being done, that is the correct task, that is the duty assigned to us by Sri Krishna himself. And even if it is viguna, even if it appears to have flaws, it is still the best thing for you. Shreyan Swadharmo. My own job is the best thing for me. For a teacher, teaching is the best job. No matter how lucrative the doctor's job appears to the teacher, her job is to teach. She has to teach. Now I have a cousin, who is a doctor, and he used to always tell when I was working, what tum engineers ka acha hai. You don't have any tension in life. 9 to 5 sit at one place. But their task is good for them. For the engineers feel that the doctor's task is, more rewarding, more fame we'll get. But it is not our task. Shreyan Swadharmo Viguna. Now, there is a very logical thing behind this also. Why we should never think our own job as flawed, because then we end up developing a habit of finding flaws in the task. When you find flaws in the task, we are not able to give the best to our task. And what Shri Krishna says is paradharmat svanushthitat. Paradharmat svanushthitat. Other paradharma here, what is the word paradharma? It doesn't mean any other dharma, it means other person's duty. When I'm telling that a doctor is feeling the engineer's task is easy, then he is seeing the flaws in his own duties. That is, for the doctor, being an engineer is paradharma, means other person's duty. Okay, so this, no matter what other person feels, this is important. Shreyan Swadharmo Viguna. Everything, our task is the greatest, no matter if we see some flaws in it. And Swabhavaniyatang karva kurvannapnoti kilvisham. And no matter what, if we leave our own job, if we leave our own task, if we are running away from our duties, it is nothing less than a sin. It is our duty to do our jobs, even if it is faulty, even it is appearing false. For us, it is the best thing. See, serpents, serpents, they have poison in them. Now, that poison is never going to kill the serpent himself. It is in his best interest that God has given him birth with that poison for his own protection, for whatever is his job in this nature, that it is beneficial for him. It is never going to be harmful to him. Whatever flaws are there in our duties, whatever flaws we might see in our thing, it is best for us. No matter what it is, that is the best thing for us. And further, just elaborating this concept further, Shri Krishna says, Sahajam karma kaunteya sadoshamapi natyajit sarvarambha hi doshena dhumegnagnirivavrata. Shri Krishna himself is giving a very beautiful, very simple example here. What Shri Krishna says, whatever is the task that you are born with, a teacher is born with a task to teach. Engineer is born with a task to build up something. Any other task, a grocer, his job is to sell things. Whatever karma he's born to do. Sahajang. Here the word sahajang, we have to see. Sahajang means born with ja. When this word ja is added, it means that born with pankaja, born in the slush, in the kichad. So ja means atmaja. Born out of myself means the son, Atmaja, son, Atmaja, daughter, Sahaja, born with us. Born with us naturally. The task that comes naturally to us is, even if it is flawed, even if it appears to be flawed, still one should not abandon it. Natyajit. We should not abandon it. Sarvarambhahi doshena dhumenagnivavrataha. Wherever we see smoke, wherever smoke is seen, there will be some fire. So the fire is going to result in smoke. Without fire, there is no smoke. Wherever the smoke is appearing, the fire has to be, it is enveloping, the smoke is enveloping what? The fire. Similarly, every task, is going to be enveloped with some or the other flaws, but in no circumstances a person should abandon them. Literally, you are born with it. So one thing we have to understand here, we all should know what is that one task we are born for. What is it that is our passion? We should try to understand that, and with full devotion, with full dedication, we should try. Nowadays, that job hopping so much. In the olden times, my own mother, she has worked in a bank for so many years, around 40 years, and we all take pride in it. Not only her, but I also take pride in that fact. Nowadays, if we see, I'm not challenging that, just for the example sake I'm explaining. Now 2-3 years you are in the same company. Oh, 10 years you are in the same company. This is the kind of, nowadays it has become a style statement or something, that keep changing the job. Why this is dangerous? Because it will give a habit of finding flaws, dosha. We let's end up finding the flaws in our own task, and that habit itself is not good. Why? Because once that is happening, we are not dedicated towards our job. When we are not able to do anything with dedication, what will happen? We'll stay away from that siddhi that we are trying to achieve through our karma, through our jobs. So that is very, very important. See, we recently, I think yesterday or just in these few days, we celebrated Meera Ji Jayanti, Meerabai Jayanti. She her it is, I think, 525th birth anniversary of Meerabai. She was born to do bhakti. She has, no matter how much the society tried to push her into things that were not meant for her, her sahaj swabhav, her sahaj bhav was what? Pursuing bhakti. So she has not only done bhakti for herself, she has given us an ideal of bhakti. She has given us so many bhajans, how a person can follow bhakti, how a person while doing the karma, she can follow uh, understanding what is my karma. She knew that this is my devotion. No matter what happens, no matter how many difficulties are coming in my life, I'm going to pursue this. And she has pursued her life in this manner, so much so that she is the epitome of bhakti. And Sri Krishna says, when such a person continues to do this work, continues without finding flaws in their own work, without abandoning their own work, when they start doing their work, what happens? They develop a sense of detachment from the task itself. See what happens when you are doing the same task. Now you have done it, it is accomplished. We start getting gradually detached. That is why the task should be done with full devotion. Slowly you will start getting detached. Now, maine kam kar diya, whether it is successful, not successful, gradually a person starts getting detached from this. And Shri Krishna explains this how असक्त बुद्धि सर्वत्र जितात्मा विगत स्पृहः असक्त बुद्धि सर्वत्र जितात्मा विगत स्पृहः नैष्कर्म्य सिद्धिं परमां संन्यासेनाधिगच्छति. असक्त सर्वत्र असक्त बुद्धि, detached mind everywhere. No matter what am I getting out of doing this thing, what I'm expected. We in our Gita Parivar, there was a time just few days back, somebody was asking me, do you get paid? Arey, what money we get from this, we only know. We what money can get, we can never get from what we are doing here. That level of satisfaction we all get as Gita Sevis. So I just laughed out, because at that point of time, the whole concept of earning, the whole concept of money started appearing so small, so insignificant to me when that question was asked. Because now it doesn't matter what I'm getting out of it, because now I know this is the best for me. We have to, by continuously doing our job, by continuously doing this, one starts becoming so detached from everything. When we are doing something with full dedication, that question of what are you getting in return doesn't come to their mind. They become asakt asakta buddhi. They don't remain attached to anything. And jitatma vigata spraha, jitatma, they are beyond all these, desires. Their desires are also ending. Now this is something we are talking about, those who have highly attained high level of siddhi, high level of karma yoga. They are detached from everything. They do not find any, there is no attraction towards the when what am I getting out of this. For instance, when we say Sri Ramji, he was told to go in exile. He was only focused on karma. What am I going to get by going in exile? He didn't question. My whole kingdom is getting, after coming, if we were in their place, okay, now for the sake of my duty, I will go. After I come back 14 years, what is the guarantee that the kingdom will be mine? That kind of thoughts will come to normal people. But Sri Rama is Sri Rama. He is Jitatma Vigataspra. He has to just focus on what is coming his way at the moment, what is the right thing to do. And when that happens, what happens? People attain Naishkarmya Siddhi. Naishkarmya Siddhi Paramam. This is a very beautiful, this feeling of not having done the task at all. That comes, ultimately, we become so detached that we feel that we have not done anything. Once this is naturally expected out of me, what is so special about this? That feeling of not having done the task at all gets into the karta. And sanyasena adhigacchati. He attains this kind of detachment. Now see, there are some categories of people. Swamiji has explained this very beautifully. There are some categories of people. Everybody is born with a set of duties. The first category is people who have necessity to do the work, and they do their work. For example, parents have given birth to their children. They will necessarily take care of their children. They are born to do that. So there is a necessity for them to work, and they are also doing their work. There is another category who are expected to work. There is a necessity to work, but they will not do that anywhere. That is the lazy people, enveloped by the tamogun. The third category is the one for whom there is no necessity to do any work, and they will not do any work also. So some people who after attaining all siddhis, renunciation, they'll just sit in the in one corner meditating, doing tap. Jad Bharat, example of Jad Bharat, how he will not talk, not utter a word, no karma only. But there was no need for him to do anything. So we cannot follow the wrong things. He has attained that level of siddhi very carefully. The one who doesn't need to do, okay, he falls in that category and he is not doing. However, there is a fourth, very superior category, those who don't need to do any work. They have attained so much siddhi, they have attained so much union with the God that there is no necessity to do any work, but they will still do work, and they are asakta buddhi. So what they will end up doing, because they are not doing any work for themselves, whatever they do is for the society. Swami Ramdas, he had no purpose of doing anything for himself. He has taken sannyas. He could have just done his meditation, and he roamed throughout the country. He wrote down such great literature and gave us the part to work on further. This is Naishkarmya Siddhi. The feeling of they don't need to do anything, yet whatever they do, it is an epitome of everything. It is in the best interest of the society that they attain. And this kind of siddhi is going to take them one step ahead. This is the kind of siddhi that after this, what happens? Now there are three categories. Karmajan Viddhi, we have seen the one that, this is something we have to achieve in steps. Some people, think we have to attain moksha immediately the next day. Understand that when a seed is sown, there is a time that it takes for the seed to become a tree. right? So we start from a very basic thing, that we have started doing actions in a detached way, gradually develop the asakta buddhi, and then gradually move towards naishkarmya siddhi. The talk that we are entering into now is the talk of extremely perfected beings, of the saints, who are above this world, who have, by their actions, by their state of mind, they have attained such a perfect state of mind that they are in full unison with the God Himself. Hmm. They, and when we are talking about this Naishkarmya Siddhi, we was talking about Swami Ramdas ji, when he has no necessity. Sri Krishna himself is God. Name parthasti kartavyam. He had no necessity to do anything, but he has done everything, whether it is taking care of the cows when he was small, doing everything, taking care of a kingdom, being an advisor, and for Arjun now he is also a charioteer. So everything he had no necessity to do, but for whom has he done all this? The discourse of Bhagavad Gita, for people like us. So when a person has attained this Naishkarmya Siddhi, what happens? The people, whatever they do, becomes automatically for the benefit of the other humans, for the rest of the humanity. And what happens to them further? Shri Krishna explains, Siddhim prapto yatha brahma tathapnoti nibodhame समासेनैव कौन्तेय निष्ठा ज्ञानस्य या पराम् सिद्धिं prapto yatha brahma. After attaining the Naishkarmya Siddhi, see, once the seed is sown, it is a sapling, then it is becoming a small plant, and then it has to grow into a big tree. That big tree is the Brahma. So a sadhak, as a small seed, we have started doing this sadhana, we have started on the path of learning Bhagavad Gita, etc. And then what happens? Gradually, a person is attaining the state of Naishkarmya Siddhi. These people are very, very close to God Himself, very close to Paramatma, yet to reach there. But then in that process, what are the different steps that is being spoken about here? So what Shri Krishna says, the whole act of doing karma is a process of what? Chitta Shuddhi, to purify our souls. Once this entire process of action is completed and the detachment is attained, then what happened? There are no further desires left. Now, here Shri Krishna is telling how, when there are no further desires left, a person reaches a state of Atma Bodh. And Shri Krishna is telling here that I am going to tell you in short, tathapnoti nibodhame. That journey I will tell you now in short. So from Naishkarmya Siddhi till the Atma Bodh, till getting that eternal knowledge, how is that journey? I am going to explain you. Shri Krishna is saying, Siddhim prapto yatha brahma. After attaining the Naishkarmya Siddhi, attaining the Brahma Sthiti, attaining that Sthiti, that journey I'm going to tell you. Nibodhame. Nibodha means learn from me now. So everywhere he's using different verbs. We have to understand it. He says, Samasenaiva kaunteya nishtha jnanasya ya para. Samasenaiva. I'm telling you in this thing in very brief. And nishtha jnanasya. What is the ultimate, highest knowledge? The param knowledge. That I'm going to tell you. Now, when Shri Krishna has told, see, if you remember the 13th chapter, even some time back, when we were telling the characteristics of knowledge, Shri Krishna we cannot define, like, this is knowledge. So, whatever he tells as the characteristics of great people. And we have to understand that these characteristics become the means for us, the seekers. So when we are telling how should an ideal son be, when you are telling this to somebody, we will say son should be like Sri Ram. When somebody is wanting a son, desiring a son, you say mujhe Ram jaisa beta chahiye. Ram jaisa beta. So when we say Sri Ram, then all the characteristics of an ideal son are automatically considered. Then we don't keep saying he should be a Pitru Bhakta, he should understand everything, he should be a Satyavadi. No, all those characteristics are not required only. So everything is coming under that one definition of Sri Ram. When we understand that character of the Sri Ram, we will understand how an ideal son is, how ideal king is, so on and so forth. Similarly, now Sri Krishna is telling to attain the Atma Bodh, to attain the ultimate knowledge, after attaining the Siddhi, from your karma, you are going to attain the Siddhi. And that distance between Siddhi to Atma Jnana, to cover that, what is it that you need to inculcate in yourself? That Sri Krishna starts explaining from the 51st shloka. These are again very important. I told at the beginning of the session today. Today's shlokas are extremely beautiful. These are going to give us a roadway, a road map as to where we should go, what we have to follow to attain the best out of Bhagavad Gita. So let us look at the next three shlokas, extremely important and extremely beautiful. बुद्ध्या विशुद्धया युक्तो धृत्यात्मानन्नियम्य च शब्दादीन् विषयांस् त्यक्त्वा रागद्वेषौ व्युदस्य च विविक्तसेवी लघ्वाशी यतवाक्कायमानसः ध्यानयोगपरो नित्यं वैराग्यं समुपाश्रितः अहङ्कारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं परिग्रहं विमुच्य निर्ममः शान्तो ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते. The beautiful characteristics have been described here. The characteristics that are described here are first, they are telling about what one should not do or what they are not. These characteristics are the characteristics of Siddha people, the people who have attained who are very close to attaining the ultimate knowledge, who are very close to attaining the God himself. And these characteristics are very important to us. Why? Because these are the means by which we sadhaks are going to attain what we seek to attain. These are our guidelines. Always remember that these three shlokas are ultimate guidelines for us, which will help us to reach where we want to reach. What are these characteristics? First, buddhya vishuddhaya yukto. His intellect is pure, very pure. It is free of any kind of malice or selfishness, no selfishness, no selfish instincts. What will I get? Or it is free of desires. For instance, now if somebody is learning Bhagavad Gita, I want to become a Gita Vrati, become a Gita Vrati, but to get fame, my people will, then there is this no point, because I have to ultimately first absorb the characteristics in me. First we have to absorb. So just having it for this thing is not important. We should be able to absorb within us what is the essence of the shlokas, and how every task should be done. Every task should be done with a very pious, very pure intent. Buddhya vishuddhaya yukto. The intellect of such perfected beings is what? They are free from all the desires. And dhrityatmananniyam yacha. See, very important things. One who is free from desires. Now, when we say free from desires, it doesn't mean that it is free from, there has to be a good act that has to be done. That action is different. When we talk about desires here, it means the worldly desires, fame, wealth. When we are talking here is about the worldly desires. And once a person is free of these materialistic desires, free from these materialistic intentions, free from any kind of competition and other intents with which we compete each other, When a person's mind is free from all this, what happens? Automatically, if he is a very controlled person, he will not need any extra set of rules to control himself. He's full of dhriti. We have seen different types of dhriti also, the sattvic dhriti, rajasi dhriti, tamasi dhriti. With full dhriti, with full fortitude, this kind of person will be able to what? Control himself. For instance, and even in presence of the stimulus, even in presence of different temptations, his mind will not get toppled. So if some TV is going on and some nice movie is going on, this person's all the senses are in control. He will not be tempted to go and watch the movie. If Chappan Bhog comes in front of him, he will not start gobbling kapur. No, some people are, everything is driven by food. Every desire is driven by, chalo, today we'll go to this so and so restaurant, go to this restaurant, let's go for this movie. All these things, even if they are in front of a person like this, he will not be tempted to give in to these temptations. He has full control. Somebody who has full control of the desires, this second characteristic, Dhrityatmanam Niyamya, comes very naturally to them. And what is the third one? Very important. Shabdadin Vishayan Tyaktva Shabda. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. These are the different what you say stimulus. Our temptation to talk, our temptation to listen to something, temptation to look nice, look good, what temptations to see different things. So much people want to go abroad, this, that, everywhere. The entire life of normal people, of common people, is spent in what? In enjoying these subjects. However, for a sadhak, all these things are not going to be the driving force. They will eat for the sake of eating. Now, for the small tongue that we have in our mouth, so much drama we'll be doing throughout the day. Now, how many recipes one cooks from morning till night, and as if that is not enough, we'll visit restaurants and Swiggy and Zomato, everything nowadays. So all this thing for what? Satisfying this one small tongue that we have. So all this is going to be absent for whom? For the sadhak. We are seeing the life of perfect sadhak. So this sadhak is what? How he is not having any ras, any interest in all this. So person who doesn't have any interest in these things, for this there is no need of any rules. For people like us, we need Ekadashi Vrat karo, so that we can control. We are forced to control. We have to be in that set of rules. The rules are for people like us who are always tempted by small things around us. But for those who are sadhaks of the highest category, for them these rules are not required. They can easily, they are not interested, they can easily give up on these interests. So they are away, they are aloof from all these interests. And ragadvesho vyudasya cha, completely free of what? Attachment, raga, excessive attachment with people, anger, hatred, they are all free from all this. Now so when we do something, we start, maine kiya, I'm missing my this thing, I'm missing this. That whole concept of missing comes, why? Because we are so excessively attached with everything. If we are not attached beyond a certain limit, we will be free from all this. These are actually bindings. These are like chains which will keep you tangled with everything. These will keep you binded to the temptation. A sadhak will be free of all this. And how he is Vivikta Sevi. The literal meaning of this word is Vivikta Sevi, Lagvashi. Vivikta Sevi means the one who lives in pious places and pure places, living in beautiful places. But the hidden meaning in between the lines, it is living in solitude, living with yourself, living with oneself. Swamiji quotes Sharananand Maharaj in this particular case. He says, he has advised that ekanta sabse bada tirtha hai. Tirtha means pious place, like we go to Rishikesh, Kashi, different tirtha sthan. Ekant means solitude is the tirtha. Solitude is the biggest school. सबसे बड़ी पाठशाला है. It is the biggest school. It is a school. So living in solitude is a school. Living in solitude, it is a tirtha. And Maun means not talking, not interacting with the outside world. It is a biggest lesson a person can have. So in Hindi, this saying Swamiji quotes, एकांत सबसे बड़ा तीर्थ है, एकांत सबसे बड़ी पाठशाला है, और मौन सबसे बड़ा पाठ hai. So it is the biggest lesson. This is the brief information of Vivek the Sevi, person who lives in solitude, lives in it is the most pious place, is able to live in the solitude, is able to school himself in the solitude, and can follow Maun. A very beautiful definition of Maun also we will see in the next shlokas. And Lagvashi, what is the meaning of Lagvashi? It's very less, has very less appetite. When we say very less appetite, obviously he will eat very less sattvic food, that goes without saying. Now, when we talk about appetite, appetite does not mean appetite of mouth only. It also means the appetite of ears, appetite of ears, appetite of eyes. All this also matters. How much we are seeing, what you are going to listen, how much are you going to listen. All this also makes a difference. So, Vivek the Sevi, Lagvashi means has a very small appetite of what? Appetite of food. Now, here one word that comes is Anna. So, Anna is something that we eat to keep our bodies healthy, to make our body strong. When the Anna means the food is beyond a certain limit, when you eat more than what is required, Anna is something that eats us. So we have to understand, when we are seeking, we are on this path of sadhana, we have to seek, are we eating Anna or is the Anna eating us? Food that we eat, are we consuming the food or is the food consuming us? This definition we have to understand and gradually work towards being what? Lagvashi. And again, when I talk about food, it is not just the food that we eat through mouth. It is also the food that we eat through eyes, the YouTube shorts, everything, taka, taka, taka. So much obsession with. In this era, it is really tough because there is food everywhere. Not only on Swiggy, Zomato, in our mobiles, in mobiles also so much food for unnecessary food for the eyes. So much, all that has to gradually come down. That is Lagvashi. This is an important characteristic of a sadhak, a person who is attaining the siddhi. And then yatavakaya manasa, the control of what? Speech, body and mind. When we are saying controlling the speech, means doesn't necessarily mean Maun here doesn't mean maintaining silence, Maun. But best definition of keeping Maun is not to maintain silence, but giving up on unnecessary talk. That is the more important definition of Maun. Maun doesn't mean that you be quiet. Instead of, writing, doing hoo, ha, ha, if it is extremely essential, say one or two words, but talk only what is necessary. Giving up an unnecessary talk is an important part of following the Maun. And complete control of mind. We are all, when we are trying to study something, when we are trying to listen something, the mind is everywhere except on the subjects we are trying to focus on. This is the sad state of the students today. But we have to ensure that the mind is in control, and body also should be in control. By the meaning of body being in control, unnecessary movements, continuous unnecessary movements not required. Body in control, necessary exercises, everything that has to be done. This is the important characteristics. And dhyanena dhyan Dhyana yoga paro nityam, where this person, now this is very important. What we were discussing some time back is the control of speech, mind, body. This, when it happens, a person, it becomes easy for them to do meditation or do dhyan. And the reciprocal is also this true. A person who is dhyana yoga paro nityam, the one who is engrossed in dhyan always, is completely engrossed in dhyan, what will happen? They will all automatically get this control of what? Control of the mind and the speech and also the body. So dhyana yoga paru, by doing this, this control will automatically come for this. So they both are interdependent, controlling the speech, etc., and also controlling and doing the meditation is going to be interdependent. They are reciprocal to each other. What is the important thing here we should understand is, what is the definition of dhyan? Dhyana is very nicely explained in the Patanjali Sutras also. Pratyeki ekatanata dhyana. When we are thinking about one particular thing, when we are thinking about Sri Krishna, being able to focus on Sri Krishna is very important. That is dhyan. And a person who is always engrossed in dhyan, such person is going to get all types of this siddhi. And another important characteristic, Sri Krishna explains, Vairagyam samupashritah. See, a person who has a control of all senses, has a control of his mind, he will have attained this dhyana sthiti. For all this, the one key you can say is Vairagyam samupashrita. One friendship we have to do. Swamiji says one friendship if a person does, this entire thing will be followed. And what is this key? What is this maitri? What is this friendship? The friendship has to be done with Vairagya. What is Vairagya? Means freedom from attachment. We were discussing this. Asakta buddhi sarvatra. Freedom from attachment. So this freedom of mind basically is Vairagya. The mind is not free attached to any of the worldly subjects. That is the freedom of mind, and that is going to be key to attaining all these characteristics. We have to make friends with this word called renunciation. And Shri Krishna has explained some very important other characteristics also. Ahankaram balandarpam kamam krodham parigraham. The first one, ahankara. This ahankara is the first one, very important, and we will come to it at the end. First, let's look at Balan. Ahankara, Jnaneshwar Maharaj says he is the commander of all the doshas, all the flaws, all the avgun that we are going to talk about. It is the commander of it. So we'll come to it in the end. Balam. Balam is the strength. Balam is also the, pursuing what you want forcefully. So when we are saying Bala, Bala is not just force. See, nowadays the bal that we use is also the pursual through speech. I want things to be done in this particular way only. That only what we insist, that unnecessary perseverance of our own wish, that is also bala. Darpa, arrogance. I have so much money now, I can do what I want. Now I can teach a lesson to this person. I have attained so much that I can teach a lesson to this person. This kind of arrogance that a person has is darpa. Kama, desire. Now so much people end up having desires, unending desires. Even towards the end of the life, there are so many people who still want so much more money, earn so much money, but not having a sense of how much should a person have. Krodha, anger. Parigraham is accumulating things. Even a samsara, even a family of just one person nowadays has so many things. This instinct of collecting so many unnecessary things, this instinct of holding back to so many things, all this forms under parigraha. All these are doshas. All these are what? All these are qualities which a person should stay away from. And who is the commander of all these? Ahankar. If ahankar is taken care of, then all these things will automatically get control. What is ahankar? We have to understand. Ahankar is not just, ahankar is literally translated into ego, but it is not just ego. Ahankar is the feeling of, I am the body and I, that feeling of I-ness. This is my body, that body itself is me. This feeling is ahankar. Everywhere in Bhagavad Gita, when Shri Krishna mentions about ahankar, it is the body of, it is the feeling, the deha buddhi, that I am this body, and that is the biggest problem. When we start believing that I am the body, I want this, our desires start arising there. Then there comes this feeling, I should be listened to, whatever I want, and then this entire ego and everything comes. And we have to understand all the saints in this world, whatever our scriptures have always told, have always advised us to stay away from ahankar. There is a very beautiful statement given by Sant Namdev Maharaj. He says, ahankaracha vara na lago rajasa. माझी या विष्णुदासा भाविकांसी. Very beautiful thing he has told, that this air of ego, air of ahankar should not touch anybody, anyone, any sadhak. This air of ahankar should not touch. And the naughty thing that about ahankar is that it catches the big people, small people, the ones who have not achieved so much of material success, who have not attained so much worldly success. Ahankar is not going to go and get attached to them. It will get attached to the ones who have attained lot of worldly success. First it goes and gets attached to the knowledgeable ones. Oh, I know so much. The ego of being very knowledgeable. This is the problem. So ahankar, it directly attaches the one who is very strong, and following ahankar, all the other doshas, all the other things, all the other ailments will join it. And what a siddha purush will do? Vimuchya nirmama shanto. He will defeat all these bad qualities, all these unfavorable qualities. He will be defeating by what? By nirmamaha, by not being attached, by being asakta, by not being attached. He will be able to defeat all these enemies, and he will attain what? Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. He will attain that next level of yoga, Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. He will be able to attain that. Sri Krishna explains what he is going to attain in the next shloka. He says, Brahma bhutah prasannatma na shochati na kankshati tamas sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktil lavate param. There is this necessity to take these shlokas in a particular continuation. After attaining that Naishkarma Siddhi, in 3 shlokas, Sri Krishna has explained us the journey from attaining that Siddhi to the Atma Gyan. After attaining all these qualities, what is it that the person achieves? That is very important to understand, and that Sri Krishna has explained in this particular shloka. Brahma bhutah prasannatma. This person is always happy. Why? Because he has attained the highest level of bhakti. What he has attained? Mad bhaktil lavate param. He has attained the highest level of bhakti. Now, the person who has attained that state of Brahma and who has attained that highest state of bhakti, how he is na shochati na kankshati. He will not be sad in any situation. He will not have any desires in any particular situation. Whatever is coming to his way, he will be able to take it as it is. Na shochati na kankshati. And he has attained, see, one very important adjective he has used for the bhakti over here is para bhakti. We all have seen in the previous chapters the 4 categories, 4 types of bhakti Sri Krishna has explained. What are these? Artha, jigyasu, artharthi, jnani. All these types of bhakti. Artha, the one who is, praying. Jigyasu, one who is trying to understand God. Artharthi, one who wants something from the God. And jnani, the one who understands God. The fourth, the topmost, jnanottar bhakti, what we say, the one that is going to take them to the ultimate knowledge. That level of bhakti, Shri Krishna says, has been attained by a sadhak like this. This is the highest level of bhakti. This is the real bhakti. And when a person is in this, attains this bhakti, what happens? Dhyana. Dhyana becomes his regular state. He doesn't need to do meditation separately. He is always happy, prasannatma. He is always in a serene state of mind. His state, his regular state itself is the dhyan state, and how his intellect becomes, how his thinking will be, that is the most important way to understand. Samas sarveshu bhuteshu. He has an amazing intellect of what? Equanimity. Not just for human beings, okay? He will be having equanimity towards all animals, all the other different creatures also. Human beings and animals alike, there will be a sense of what? Equanimity. And such people, what they will attain, such bhakta who has attained this highest level of bhakti, what are they going to attain? Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyashchasmi tatvatah tato man tatvato gyatva vishate tadanantaram. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Very, very important. This thing is, what happens to what is this person going to attain? A person who has attained this kind of bhakti, the real bhakti, they will understand me. Now janati means knowing me, but they will abhijanati means know me in totality, know me in the best possible way. Tatvatah, they will know me in essence, they will know me truly. See, just some time back, Shashi Didi was giving my parichaya. You all know me. But exactly what I am is known to whom? To the people who live with me. Might be appearing simple, sober, but what if you say same thing is being told, okay, this is how she is. The people in the family will know this is what she is. Reality will be known to the people who are very close to you. If somebody is praising a husband a lot, this is such a nice person, never gets angry, ask the wife, she will know in essence how the person is. So a person who is close to you will know you in totality. Tatvata, they will know you very nicely. So this bhakta will know God in totality, because he is so close to God that he will know the God in totality. He will know him completely. Mam abhijanati. And here it is not about people like you and me, okay, where there are a lot of flaws. God is God. He is the supreme, and getting to know the supreme will come only after a certain stage. And the person who has attained this level of bhakti will be able to understand in totality what God is. This is the essence of this particular shloka. And also he mentions Vishate Tadanantaram. Now Vishate people translate into enters into them. Now somewhere we have to understand that Vishate Tadanantaram means entering into God. If they both are separate, where is the concept of entering comes? So they both become one. The bhakta becomes equivalent to the God himself. That is the beauty of this entire shloka. See, when we look at the life of Sri Krishna himself, when Sri Krishna was small, his parents knew him as a small, cute little boy, doing different things and being loved by each and everybody in the village. But who Sri Krishna really is, the entire village came to know when he picked up the Govardhan Parvat. Oh, he is the Almighty. And when Yashoda Maya saw the entire Brahmand in his mouth, she understood, oh, he is not a small boy. He is the Parampita Paramatma. So knowing that Sri Krishna is a small, cute boy in the village, and to understanding that he is the Almighty, that distinction will be, that understanding will come to whom? The Bhakta. Now, Duryodhana also knew that he has done so much, but there was no love. He didn't understand what is the significance of Sri Krishna himself, not understanding. So because he was not the bhakta, he didn't have the devotion. But a bhakta, a person who knows who Sri Krishna is, will understand Sri Krishna in principle. So there is a difference in knowing in general and knowing by principle. Now, everybody will think, why is it that, he will only understand? A little more detail Shri Krishna explains in the next shloka. Sarvakarmanyaphi sada kurvano madvyapashrayah matprasadadavapnoti shashvatam padamavyayam. Whatever this understanding we are talking about, that such and such person will be able to understand the God himself, it comes from where? Mat prasadat, by my grace. So God will let you understand, Bhagwan will let you understand him only if he wants you to be, he wants himself to be understood by you. This is the very important thing. Sarva karmanyapi sada, the state that we are talking about is a state where Shri Krishna himself is so happy with the dedication, with the devotion that the bhakta has shown, the devotee has shown, that he himself as a prasad will tell you what the uh, secrets of himself. See, for instance, suppose you visit a shop. Now this shopkeeper will always say, all the items in my shop are very nice, you can buy everything, whatever. But if the close relative of the shopkeeper comes, say his own wife or his own children come to the shop to buy something, what he will do? Wait, this is fine, but इसमें बाद में ये defect आ जाता है. So he will tell, this is slightly defective. Why? Because he is the loved one. The family is the loved one. So for them, there will be some special knowledge that he will reserve. The shopkeeper will give the general knowledge to everybody, and generally he will praise. Okay, everybody he will praise. Every product he will praise, and he'll. But when the one who is close to him will come, he will give the topmost secret. Okay, no, not this one, take the other one, that will be better. That the trade secrets are given to whom? To the ones who is close to you, to the one who loves you. So that is the attitude even God has towards the bhakta. For some devotees, he will know that they have come to ask me for something. They are normal customers, let me just give them what they want. But his truest essence, his knowledge, will be known to whom? To those who love him the most, and to them he will give his knowledge. Tatvataha, he will give them his own knowledge, and what they will attain, what that devotee will attain, the Shashvat Pad. Shashvatam Padam Avyayam. Very important. Shashvatam Avyayam Padam Avapnoti means, see, whatever titles we all have, ex prime minister, ex professor, ex, that ex is going to get added to everyone. But a bhakta who is like that, he is never ex. Mirabai, when we say no ex, no bhutpurva, they are eternal. Their kirti, their fame is eternal. Their name becomes what? Avyaya. Though they are not living in this body, their fame, their name, their presence will become what? Avyaya padam avyayam. Avyaya means which is indestructible. So this is how the state becomes. I know I'm crossing the time limit. Just one more shloka we will take about this highest category of bhakta, highest devotee, how their attitude is, how is their inner thinking, how is their soul, how is their thinking, that Shri Krishna explains in the next shloka. Chetasa sarva karmani mai sanyasya matparaha buddhiyogam mच्चित्तः सततं भव. Chetasa sarva karmani mai sanyasya matparaha. Chetasa sarva karmani. Whatever tasks are being done, we have decided that we have to offer it to God. Now, when we do, we'll say Shri Krishna Arpanamastu, but at the back of the mind, we'll keep wondering, okay, when am I getting the fruits? So, fruits of whatever I have done. Some yajna we'll do some puja at home, some Shanti puja is done. But even after that, my kid is still falling sick, or I'm still not getting the promotion. So, even after doing that Shri Krishna Arpanamastu, our mind is still attached to the fruits of our actions. But this is not the case with whom? The Siddha Purush. How is their mind? Chetasa sarva karmani. How he is doing? Mai sanyasya. Sanyasya means being offered. They are offered means they are completely given away. When you give away something, we don't expect anything back. What is happening to that task, what is the result of that task, is not our business. That ideal case of offering of the task is done by these great people. So chetasa sarva karmani mai sanyasya mat paraha. So it is completely offered to me without expecting any returns in result. And that is how their intellect is programmed. So buddhi yogam upashritya. So this is the buddhi yoga. This, under having this kind of understanding about actions, is the buddhi yoga. And taking refuge to this kind of thinking, what happens? These people are constantly united with me. Mat chitta satatam bhava. They are constantly attached with me, constantly be with me. Now, what is the meaning of constantly being with me? When we see the Ganga river, it is flowing. Do we see that it is united with the sea? No, it is still in the process, and it will continue to be uniting. So that is how the bhakta is, how the devotee is. He will be constantly in touch with the God by the means of his actions. Actions are how? Right from the mind, from within. The actions are offered, and with that offering, he will always be what? In connection with, completely devoted to the God himself. And to such devotees, very important, something that is very important for people like us, why we should keep offering the actions to God. Mat chitta sarva durgani mat prasadat tarishyasi atha chetvam ahankaran nashroshyasi vinangshasi. Very importantly, when such devotion is there, when with such dedication the tasks are done, what does Sri Krishna do? Mat chitta sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasi. Every obstacle that comes in your way, in attaining everything, it is taken care of by Sri Krishna himself. Whatever obstacles come, they are tarishyasi. You shall be overcoming them. We'll be able to overcome all those. Durgani means all obstacles. Sarva Durgani, all the obstacles, they will be taken care by whom? By God himself. Mat prasadat. As a prasad, by his grace, we will be able to overcome all these difficulties. So we have to be what? Free from this ego that we are going to do anything. We offer all the karma to Sri Krishna himself, and all the obstacles will be taken care of. On that note, I think I will also offer this entire Vivechan at the feet of Sri Krishna, and hoping that the remaining shlokas we will be able to do in the next session. Hari Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Tat Sat. Extremely beautiful shlokas, worth pondering again and again. So, and I'm very sorry about the excess time that I have taken. So, but Jai Shri Krishna, thank you. Thank you for the patient listening, everybody.
Didi, can we take the question answer session?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Didi, for the beautiful explanation and quoting examples from day-to-day life. And now it's question answer session. If you have any doubts, please raise your hand, and Didi is there with us to clear all our doubts. And turn on your camera.
To the
Prabodh-
extent possible. Ji,
Prabodh
Prabodh
Kumar
ji, Jai
ji.
Shri Krishna. Pranam bhaiya.
प्रणाम जी दीदी एक बात बताइए इज देयर एनी लाइन बिटवीन डिजायर एंड नेसेसिटी
Desire and
नेसेसिटी
yes,
ओके
like eating food is a necessity.
जी
Eating a particular type of food only is a desire.
डिजायर
Yeah, what I like to eat, see, I eat is a necessity, but I like to eat and I will eat only what I like to eat. That is a desire.
ओके अब suppose I am living in a house of 3 rooms. I desire for a 5 rooms, or I desire for a marriage. We desire for children. तो all these desires जो हैं, इनको कई बार मैं सोचता हूँ कि बहुत सी चीजें तो नीट की है. डिजायर मैं उसको लेता हूँ कि जिससे हमारी नेसेसिटी तो फुलफिल हो रही है, उनके अलावा अगर कोई चीज है तो वो डिजायरलेसनेस होनी चाहिए. क्या होना चाहिए?
देखिए, डिजायर सी यू ओनली सेड in your sentence only you said I live in a 3 BHK, whatever, 3 room, and
हाँ.
I desire to have 5. You only quoted it as a desire, no? So I don't say that we have to settle down for always very small. See, money, everything is necessary, but at the same time, to what extent we can go to fulfill them? What our intellect should be designed to, which way pravrittincha nivrittincha. We should know to what extent what is worth following, what is worth gaining, that having an understanding of beyond this, what is extra, we should be able to figure out. This if there's a big family and it needs, as you easily able to afford a 5 room house, it is okay. But following all wrong way to earn money to be able to live in a 5 room house, that is wrong. So there is a very thin line of difference, and it has, don't work on your desires. I personally feel we should not work on our desires and necessities. First we should work on our intellect, what is right and what is wrong. Once that is developed, we will be able to distinguish between what is a necessity and what is a desire. So we have enough clothes, but if there is a capacity, somebody is buying clothes, but before that, if we have excess money, what is the sharing that we should do? Give them, donate money to goshalas. What is the right thing? Pravrittincha nivrittincha. What is it that is worth following and what is it that is not worth following? Just because I have excess money and I'll buy bigger house, that is a pure desire. But I have excess money, let me use it for a better noble cause. That is the necessity. That is, so we should stop worrying about what we want and what we don't want, all that, but we have to first develop a right intellect. Our thinking should be properly determined. Then this question of desire, all that will not arise, only because we will know what is right and what is wrong.
Thank you, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna and Pranam. There are no further questions, Shashi Didi.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you, Didi, for your practical and logical explanations, which makes the Gita easy for us to understand. So do remember, our new batch is starting from 17th of November. Spread this Krishna note to people around you and encourage and motivate people to join Gita Parivar. Wait till the end. We'll be having the Hanuman Chalisa in the end, and let's enjoy that group chanting as well. On behalf of Gita Parivar, I thank our technical team for making this session a great success. I thank each one of the sadhaks present here on behalf of Gita Parivar for being with us in this special evening. Once again, it's time to offer prayers in the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And to offer this prayer, we have with us Vrishali Rishputji from Maharashtra. She's been with us since July 21. And she's serving in Gita Parivar as a techno star and in the calling and migration team. Vrishali ji.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Yogesham Satchitanandau Vasudevau Vrajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakau Veeram Krishnau Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnau Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Vrishali ji, for the melodious and divine prayer. It's now time to chant the Hanuman Chalisa.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संभारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय।
Once again, thank you, each one of you, for being with us. Desperately waiting to meet you all the next week. Till then, Shri Krishna, Siyavara Ramachandra ki